Okay, Scott, let's have a look at the European Championships in general. First of all, how's the Achilles tendon?
Yeah, my Achilles is really good, to be fair. I obviously was struggling back end of the season really, but I shut down. I had a bit of rest. I had an injection, which obviously was well documented, and since then I've I come back, had a break before we met up, and since I've met up I've been, it's been perfect really. I've touched wood. I've had no real pain from it, and yeah, I'm obviously looking forward to it all now and putting that behind me and getting ready for the games.
What's the dynamic like in the camp? What kind of impact has the new manager made on things?
Well, obviously a new manager comes in with different ideas, and obviously, the manager now is a lot different to the previous one in terms of that. And he's come in, he's been very positive, he's been uplifting. He's come with different ideas and different techniques, and yeah, the players are fully behind everything really. I think it's when you go and represent your country and play for your country, everyone's just buzzing to get out there and really go and do the job and try and do the best we can really.
I mean, we're sat here now and I presume you're all itching just to get on the plane, get out there and get started. Is this the worst time?
Well, yeah, it probably is. Obviously that you're just counting down the days really a bit, and obviously you're preparing, and I suppose that's crucial, especially with a new manager coming in. You need that time to prepare, but I think ultimately we all just want to get out there and really get amongst it and get it all started.
What about the group you're in? I mean, it's a really difficult start, isn't it? Arguably the most difficult game in the group is the first one, which is going to be against the French. Some see them as dark horses to actually win the whole thing. That's going to be a real test to kick it off.
Yeah, it will. It'll be a big test for us, massive test. Obviously I think the French team are a very good team, filled with individual talent all over the pitch really. So it will be a tough game. But in saying that, Sweden's, I don't know our record, but I'm right in saying we ain't beat Sweden for a long while.
We don't beat them very often.
No, which is obviously another tough game. And then Ukraine, but when you're going to the European Championships, there ain't no easy game. You could probably look at every game and think, well, that's difficult. But at the end of the day, we expect to go out there and try and do well. And and albeit, like you said, France will be a very difficult start for us. Hopefully we'll prepare right in the leading weeks and go into that game full of confidence and give it our best and see if we can try and get a result there.
And this particular tournament, if you look at it, is possibly the strongest field we've had for a European Championship. When you think the defending champions and world champions Spain, Holland beaten World Cup finalists, Germany seem primed. We've just talked about France. I mean, it's as difficult as it's ever going to be, isn't it? This?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is. It's obviously a very difficult competition, and obviously, I think in a way that's what you want as a player. You want that. You want to. I only remember last month or a couple of months ago when we played Spain. They're the games you want to play against because you're coming up against the best teams, and they're the games where you can look at yourself and think, right, I'm going up against the best. So, and I think the championships, like you said, they're going to be no different. I think this is probably one of the toughest tournaments there is, so it'll be difficult.
And this is probably, in my recent memory, the first time as a nation we've actually got our feet on the ground before a tournament starts. There's not this mad, keen idea that we're going to stroll the tournament and if we don't it's going to be a disaster. But what are the expectation levels within the squad, because you're all going there to make a big impact?
Yeah, exactly that. I think obviously we've all been caught up before in a time that we get caught up with it a little bit, and before you know it we're snowballing into we're going to lift the trophy, which obviously history tells us has not happened. So like you said, expectation is a little bit lower this time, which may help. I think as players and certainly us as players, we put high expectations on ourselves, and hopefully we'll go and prepare right. Well, we will prepare right, and what comes of that in the end of the tournament we'll see, and obviously we'll then be judged by that really.
Is the mood good in the camp? Everybody?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, it's very good. And the camp's gone really well in terms of we're having breaks. We're not having long periods away this time. I think obviously the people in charge of that have obviously looked at it and thought what we can do different, and certainly that is something that we have week bursts and then maybe a day or 2 days off with our families. So that's helping us massively really. It's breaking it up a little bit, and I think it keeps your mind fresh and everything else fresh really.
And to finish, Scott, how much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it massively. Like I said, coming back towards once the season finished, it was my first focus really. Obviously it's been a hard season with Spurs, but as a kid and as a young boy, obviously with them memories, like I said, it was always something which I would love to have played in, and to think that in a couple of weeks that obviously I may be out there or at least I'll be involved in it, is something I'm really looking forward to.
We wish you well, of course.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.